Welcome back to MMA Mathletes. We're two delusional gamblers who are also casual MMA fans. We're on the hunt for the perfect parlay. This week, we have UFC Noche.
Oh my God, how about this weekend? What a wash.
Oh my gosh. I mean, first of all, I have to give my flowers to BSD. That's the first one.
Oh my God.
I mean, that was my lock of the week.
Yeah,
and
he shut me up.
Yeah, my bad. He got chin checked a couple times, but his game plan was perfect.
Perfect game plan. I love the fact that he went out there with a game plan and he did it. I was actually watching it and I just knew people were going to sit there and say, oh, BSD, he just wants to do this. He wants to wrestle. It was kind of boring. He got the job done. I thought that was a great game plan. And honestly, I didn't give enough credit to him.
First of all, Rufy is dangerous on the feet.
Dangerous. And he looked shell-shocked. He looked so scared. He did have some pretty good shots in the later rounds, though.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so interesting how he forgot a whole bunch of different things about striking too. Like, for example, he was just going straight to the cage almost every single instance. Whenever BSD would kind of rush him and try to put his front foot forward, he would pretty much go and just not even circle, not even angle out or anything, just go straight to the cage, which is his bread and butter. He's going to take you down almost every single time.
But you said that was BSD's bread and butter. That's also Rufy's bread and butter as well.
Yeah, counter striking.
The counter striking. So that's where he cuts his angles. He wants you to feel safe when it's a normal fighter, not when it's someone like BSD apparently, or a big wrestler. Like, I don't think that he really respected how good his wrestling was going into it. I didn't respect how good his wrestling was going into it. But Rufy, what he does is he lures you into that cage and he gets you with those check hooks, check everything.
Yeah.
Just moves out of the way constantly. Insane. And he couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. And that's what I'm talking about. You are going to impose your will on the other person. You're going to impose your game. The other person's game isn't going to work. We knew Rufy's game coming in and what he was going to do. Couldn't do it. BSD had too strong of a game, too smart of a game, and he stuck to the game plan to a T. Got the W. I think it was perfect. Great submission. I just loved everything about it.
Well, they need to study whatever is going on in UFC Paris. Whenever the Parisian or French people always come out with a win.
Yeah.
Also, only 2 decisions. You got the main event, that was a decision. Then you had Gomez. You had Gomez decision, which of course he would get a fucking takedown right at the end of the fight to lose me money. But, that's not the point of the story. But everything else was either submission or knockout, which is crazy. 11 total.
I know. And I honestly, hot take, I think that was probably one of the best UFC cards I've seen this year, maybe. Yeah. Like, as a whole. And as for the decisions, I mean, both decisions were dog fights. Like, I loved watching both of them. That last fight, I mean, that was great. And I think give Imavov his flowers too and give him that title shot. I think he deserves a title shot. If he loses, he loses. But I think he deserves at least, a seat at the table.
Oh yeah. 100%. I mean, I don't know who else would. I mean, I guess you got Ryan de Ritter. He's going to be fighting Anthony Hernandez.
Great fight.
Which is an excellent fight.
Great fight.
But, I mean, one of those two could dethrone, potentially, Chimaev. I think they would really have to do something special to hop over Imavov. One of them would have to put the other one out, where it's like, okay, well, we got to put him in there.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if one of them can get something done against Chimaev, I would rather see either one of them in a championship fight against Imavov. Just not the biggest Chimaev fan. I know I'm going to get so much hate from the Chimaev people. Oh my God, he was so controlling. Why don't you fight him? Yeah, I get it. Wrestling. But, I mean, it was great. He imposed his game plan to his wrestling. Yeah. And he did that. He got done. He got the thing. I just won't watch his fights because it's the same thing. And he was very dominant. I'll give him his flowers, but just not a Chimaev fan.
I mean,
fighting-wise.
His wrestling is amazing.
It's like the bet. No one can look. His record speaks for itself. No one can defend his takedowns. No one can get up when he's done. The whole plan of Duplessis was, I'm gonna get taken down. If he wants to wrestle, I'll wrestle. Couldn't even out wrestle him. Couldn't even get up the whole entire fight. Chimaev's wrestling is like 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's prestiged. There's no one beating him in the wrestling in that division. And I think someone just has to figure out a way to nullify his wrestling as opposed to trying to beat it, apparently, because no one's beating that shit.
But my biggest issue with that is I'm not watching UFC for wrestling. If I want to watch UFC for just purely wrestling, I would just go watch a wrestling match.
Yep, 100%.
I would just go, wherever it is in Vegas to go watch some wrestling.
And that's the other thing. What do you think about them taking points for stalling or just doing something about stalling in general? Because in my opinion, I think if you have a position and you're not advancing and you're doing just enough little taps to not advance, I think that we shouldn't do that. And I just hate it when you get back up and they shoot. Like, come on now.
I hate when you have a supreme dominant position. Like you're taking someone's back, you're in full mount, you're in the crucifix. You should be able to finish that person. Chimaev could have easily thrown like an Americana or something like that to end the fight or advance the position where he could have finished that fight. I mean, yeah, you just dominated a human being for 5 rounds. That is impressive.
Yeah.
The control time, impressive. I have the same issue with Bilal Muhammad when he won against Leon Edwards because he was in so many times had the hooks in, he was ready for that rear naked, and then he's just throwing the taps in to just control, which if you're going to control, consistently pass guard, consistently go into different positions as opposed to just being in one position and just chilling there.
Yeah, I agree. Although I will say that he looked really great in that performance. I think his hands were so much better than they have been. And I just think that, like you said, though, when he gets in those positions where he should finish the fight or attempt to finish the fight, he should. But when it comes to the crucifix, I mean, he should have been throwing harder strikes. He could have gotten him out of there if he threw harder strikes in the crucifix, because that's how it goes, Crucifix is a dangerous position.
Well,
he should
also,
not,
It just kind of sucks that now Max Holloway no longer has the record. But when you watch that fight, he earned those strikes.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the video with Dana White's like, you have to get Calvin out of there as soon as it's done, straight to the hospital.
Yeah.
That's because they threw that many strikes and, did damage. But, I mean, Duplessis the next day, he was drinking. He was hanging out. He wasn't doing anything. He was just sad. He was sad about the loss, and that's it, you know? But Calvin, he was taking some time off. He was having 100%. A rough time. And, I mean, just that fight in general. Max Holloway, best boxer in the UFC at the time. I think Ilya, best boxer in the UFC as of right now.
What about Terrence Crawford saying that your boy Cody Garbrandt is actually the best boxer in the UFC?
Dude, Cody Garbrandt is so...
I mean, I think prime Cody Garbrandt might be the best boxer the UFC has ever seen.
Yeah.
Him versus Dominic Cruz.
Are we about to see a Cody Garbrandt versus Max Holloway catchweight? That would be so insane.
That'd be the craziest.
How tall is Cody Garbrandt? He's 5'8", isn't he?
5'8", I think. I mean, it could be done. I think his frame is just way too small.
I think so too. But man, him in his prime, that Dominic Cruz. Yeah, Dominic Cruz.
Imagine he just schooled Dominic Reyes.
Dominic Reyes. Dude, Dominic Reyes though, I mean, he's been showing up in his fights.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that.
He's been showing up in the social media.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, just constantly talking about the John Jones fight, how he should have won that.
You know how you win that? Don't leave it to the judges.
Don't leave it to the judges. And also, if you're in the title, I feel like you should be at the position where you have to take the title.
Yep. 100%.
You got to grab it. If it's not a finish, it's you for at least 3 rounds were constantly on the upper hand. You were constantly giving them questions. They weren't having answers. Because if it's close, we should give it to the champion. Yeah. Because you got beat the best in order to be the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's not that it's like a yes or no, black and white. Did he dominate? Yes or no. But that round, did he dominate that round? Yes or no? No? Yeah. Okay. 10-9 the other guy.
Exactly.
And then go 5 rounds that way. I get what you're saying.
Like if it's even,
yeah,
I'm going to give that to the champion because he's there.
Yeah, no.
100%. You got to put out above him.
Yeah.
You're in the uphill battle position.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned Terrence Crawford this weekend. Terrence Crawford versus Canelo.
All right, who you got?
Oh, I have Canelo. I have Canelo all day.
Crawford is so good. I think he's
Oh, he's
gonna
a
be.
beast.
I think it's gonna be a decision. It'll be a close decision.
I think
It might.
it's split decision. I'm putting.
I was
money
gonna.
on
I was
split.
gonna say.
Yeah.
It's gonna be controversial decision. Can we put the
We're gonna have
odds on
people
that?
pissed off. You know what? Run this, and then let's run it back in like 3 or 4 months so they can get even more money, and then one of them can retire. Whoever wants that.
Oh yeah.
It's just that I thought that Canelo was a lot older than he was, and I thought Terrence was a lot younger. Terrence is not a lot older, but he's a few years older, like 2 years, something like that older. I mean, Canelo, this is his division. You know what I mean? This is 168, his division.
Yeah, and Crawford's coming up in weight. He normally fights, 140, 145?
But what do you mean by that, though? Do you mean he's coming up in weight of where he fights at, or because he walks around heavier than Canelo?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He is Shred City right now. Population, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a beast right now. But he's looking big, too. He's looking like a good 168. But the thing is, think about Canelo. He's gone up in weight. I don't think Terrence is going to hit him hard enough and hit him enough in general to put him out. I mean, he could do enough to maybe get the win. But I think that Canelo's years of experience in that weight division and the higher weight divisions, I think Terrence in round 7, maybe, we're going to see him slow down. He's not used to carrying that weight for that long in those rounds. I mean, I know he trains like that, but in a real fight, I think round 7, we're going to see him slow down just a little bit. And those are the rounds that we're going to see Canelo really come back.
I could see it go either way, honestly.
Yeah.
I could see Canelo putting on his masterclass performance and just showing he runs the division.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see Terrence Crawford just absolutely finessing and putting on his masterclass.
Could you imagine?
I mean, his inside boxing is amazing.
Yeah, dude. He's crazy good.
Yeah.
But you know who else is? Canelo.
That's true.
Canelo.
Dude, his pulls are so sweet.
Yeah, dude. And is everything. His defense in general. I think that it's gonna be very hard to train for a Canelo.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna find some people that are close, but he's so tricky.
Yeah.
And I think that Terrence, I think he's gonna have to figure him out a little bit early. Could Terrence get it done? Absolutely. He's a maniac. Yeah. I mean, look at his dude. Him against Earl.
Oh yeah.
Like Earl Spence is no slouch.
Oh no, Earl Spence is amazing.
He made him
look ordinary.
Yeah, like there's levels.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be a very fun fight. I love that Netflix is putting it on. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, it's gonna be good.
Also, give your flowers to who's it? Harry Houdini Hardwick.
Dude, hard shins, bro.
Yeah.
Holy.
R.I.P. to his legs.
Yeah, dude.
He's not walking for a couple weeks.
No.
Yeah.
But it's like he came up in weight and then he took it on short notice. I understand.
Oh, yeah.
But like
anyone that steps in the ring, you should give absolute respect.
100% respect.
That's crazy to do.
Yeah.
To do it short notice, absolutely crazy to do. Do it as your debut, absolutely crazy to do.
Yeah.
Against that dude, absolutely crazy to do. And Fernandez looked amazing.
Yeah.
He was walking through whoever was going to go in front of him.
Didn't
that
matter.
night.
Yeah.
Didn't matter who it was.
Yeah, I agree.
It was just unlikely, unfortunate night for Hardwick that it was actually him being the victim.
You know, I actually think I tweeted out this doesn't make it past the first round.
Oh, gosh.
Because you just see the size difference. You
see the first leg kick.
Just Fernandez in general. Hardwick one day, no, I'm like, no, this is not happening. This isn't going to be a good night. And that was the easiest paycheck Fernandez ever had in his life. He walked in, 10 minutes later, he got paid.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy. Good for him. Very entertaining fighter, too. I mean, his hands are down. He makes you think he's throwing a leg kick. He comes up top 2-3. Just, man.
His shot selection is very, very technical.
Very technical. Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, definitely give him his flowers, like you said.
Ooh. Paul Craig retiring?
I called it. I literally called it. I knew I was sitting there. I said, man, he's going to retire after this fight. I just know it. Everyone's like, why is he going to retire? What do you mean, why is he going to retire? If he loses this fight, he's like, did you not see his last performance when he just, that whole thing was crazy.
Was he 37?
Is he 37? I thought he was like 39 or 38.
Maybe. I mean, that's still in a division that is starting to become very young again. There's a lot of young guns coming in there. I mean, I don't disagree with his call. It was weird to see, though. He looked like he was so safe when he was on the ground, and they're in like that stacked position. He's like, oh, Bukowskis is not going to get on the ground with me. I'm fine. And then he goes into his guard, and you see Paul Craig's face like, what? You're going to do that?
Yeah.
And then he starts ground pounding him. I'm like, oh, gosh.
Dude, that was so bad. That was the other thing, too. So Shauna, she decides to go and clinch a wrestler. This wrestler is going to take you down. Why would you close the distance like that? She's going to take you down. And that's what she did. Beautiful performance. Wins, right? Lost me money, whatever. I'll get past it. But then this happens, and I'm like, we are not seeing this again. Someone who is literally known for doing this type of stuff, you know, going to the ground, throwing up a submission, especially if they're losing the fight, and, you know, winning the fight by a submission, that's Paul Craig. Yeah. He is the Hail Mary submission guy, you know?
Yeah, I think he was like, dude, he's not going to do this shit.
Why would you?
Yeah,
you know?
And then he does. And he's like, okay, like, checkmate, I guess. I don't know what else to do right here.
I remember I just put down my beer. I just got up. I just, like, left. You know, I was just like, I can't believe this right now. I turn around, and then I'm like, oh, he is getting his ass well. He's out. He's out. Yeah. And I love it. Herb Dean, he just goes, and he's like, all right, break it up. He's dead on the floor. He's like, yeah, break it up, thinking it's going to go to round 2. It's not going round 2, buddy. And then he goes, okay, he won. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, he's bleeding, and he's not conscious. He's just laying there.
Yeah, those people kind of hit hard at 185. Or not even 185, 205.
Yeah, 205. Holy, like, that was a beautiful elbow, though. Just, wow.
Oh, yeah.
So sick.
Do you think the fight nerds are finished?
I'm jaded. Because the only fight nerd that I care about already won, Paredes.
Okay.
That's the only one I care about in that whole group, you know? But I think they had too much mystique. I think the Brawlo, he took that loss so well. And he said, hey, man, we'll be back. Like, fight nerds aren't done. But the fact that both fight nerds on the same card, I mean, I feel like if Jean Silva doesn't pull this off this weekend, I mean, that fight nerds might be cursed.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion. And if they are, you know how I'm betting. Which, I mean...
We're going to have to wait until the end.
We're going to have to wait, you know? We're going to have to wait, you know?
Can't give those juicy details
yet. No, not yet. All right. Do you think the fight nerds are done?
He looks so respectful. He just looks like he's ready to get back to the drawing board, see what happened, and move off. And I guess it's an individual by individual basis. I'm really interested to see how Rufy takes this.
Yeah.
Because he got mauled, essentially, right there. He had no answers to that ground game. Does he get just strikers now? Or are you going to try to move him up with that? Just make it kind of kickboxing matches where he's going to get the KO just because he's better? Mm-hmm. Or, like, you know, he's more technically proficient than some of these other fighters? Or are you just going to give him wrestlers?
Yeah, true.
Are you going to give him, hey, you're going to have to become a wrestler, especially in the lightweight division.
Yeah. Give me him 3 years. 3 years in Dagestan. Yeah.
So, I mean, it is going to be an interesting thing to see.
Yeah. No, for sure. Man, could you imagine his hands with the Dagestani wrestling?
Absolutely not. That's called Taporia.
Dude, honestly though.
Oh my gosh.
Man, we have a ton of news to get into. We have McGregor coming back for that White House event.
Do they have a person in mind, or is it going to be
Nothing's been announced. Nothing's been announced. Do you think it's Michael Chandler?
I hope it's not.
I mean, it could be, but I mean, they have some crazy stuff going on. I mean, they're trying to do walkouts from the Oval Office. They're trying to do crazy stuff. Like, what are we doing here? Very excited. I'm here for it. But I'm just like, how are they pulling this off? Can you imagine all these just UFC fighters just walking through the White House? Imagine that 10 years ago. You were like, hey, all these fighters going to come out of the White House. That'd be insane.
So is it going to be a canopied event, or would it be completely open? Because I'm here for like the open air of it. That'd be sick.
I'm not sure, but it is going to be on the front lawn.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sick.
I mean, either way, it's pretty sick.
I'm assuming that it's probably, if I had to guess, it would be closed.
But that'd
just
be a
because of
sick-ass
any
backdrop.
incidents happening, if you know what I mean. It is the
That's
White
true.
House. We're
Open air.
we're selecting a day. You
Yeah.
know, people are gonna so probably gonna be closed, I would assume, and I'm sure it wouldn't be super ticketed.
Hear me out. What if we get
Oh,
what created?
What if we get?
What if we got whoever created the Magneto holding cell in X-Men 2?
Yep.
And we just have like it completely surrounded by the whole entire White House lawn.
Okay.
So like it would just be we would still be able to see the White House in the backdrop, because if someone knocks out someone and you just have the White House behind them, that's just the most American thing I've ever will see.
That's pretty American.
That would be so like. Then there's like just a bald eagle that just comes in
Holding a shotgun.
Dude, it's just straight up America right there.
America. So if he doesn't fight Michael Chandler, who do you think he's going to fight? Or who do you want him to fight? I mean, let me tell you who I want him to fight, but I think he's probably going to fight Michael Chandler. I want him to fight Patty. I think Patty is such a good, like, their back and forth building up to the fight would be great.
Yeah.
That'd be a great entry level fight. If Patty wins, that'd be sick. If Patty loses, okay, like McGregor just came back. You know, you lost to McGregor and life goes on. You know what I mean?
Now, if Rufy highlighted BSD this past weekend, I would have definitely said that would have been a sick fight, because they both have very similar stylistic matchup stand-up wise. And you know it's not going to the ground. Mm-hmm. And then it just becomes this straight up technical brawl. Mm-hmm. Someone's getting put out.
Maybe.
But imagine McGregor going in there, just knocking out Rufy. That would have been sick.
The thing is, though, is you'd get that Adesanya versus Anderson Silva fight, where, I mean, that was a lot of people didn't like that fight. It was a great fight. It was so back and forth. And it was like they were trying to hit each other. Mm-hmm. They're just that good.
Yeah.
You know, they're not hitting each other.
Yeah.
Getting close, but not doing it.
Especially when you know each other's game.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much footage on Anderson. Yeah. And you study that footage to build yourself. You know?
Yeah. So with those kind of fights, do you think that people after a while, they just get found out? Is that why they go on like little streaks of less success?
Absolutely.
Like Adesanya, there's just so much footage on him now that people are like, okay, well, he's going to continually do that because that's his tick, and then I'm going to capitalize on that.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. You know, it's like, oh, he's after 2 steps back, he like shuffles here, he rolls here, he does something. You have good enough coaches, and they're going to figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
Look at Ilya. Ilya, he just takes him and his team. They sit there, they take every single note that they can about every part of the cage. They fasten it together and they say, you're going to do this here, you're going to do this here, you're going to do this here. These are their strong points, these are weak points. You're going to guide them here, you're going to do that. All from footage. They've never even sparred that person. You know, they have, but they just know what they're going to do from their tendencies.
Yeah, and then match that with Ilya's indomitable belief in himself.
Yeah, like,
you got a monster.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
But, I mean...
So on the subject of Shauna, I have another question. Which one is worse? Losing right out the gate or losing by 1?
Losing right out of the gate for sure. Losing out of the gate, now you have no skin in the game. You know, you have this whole parlay. Let's say it's only 4 legs even, you know. But you lose the first fight. You're like, okay. You watch the other fights and you're like, whatever happens, you know. A little bit in the back of your mind, you're like that. But if you have skin in the game and you lose that last one, I mean, that's okay. You're looking around like, we got close, guys, you know. Let's go grab a beer. Yeah, dude, for sure.
I'm like the opposite with that.
No, Sean, this is how it works. You go and you lose, right? You lose fresh out the gate. Let's say you have a 15-leg parlay. Let's say it was this past weekend. Then you're going to go and you're going to start betting and chasing your money with little parlays. This is only in the scenario where you get 1 parlay. No chasing allowed.
True.
Because if you can chase, I mean, obviously, I'd rather just lose right away so that I can go ahead and chase my victory.
Oh, I mean, I was doing this separately anyways, man.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to do this thing where I start off with $5 and I just try to do it on a straight bet. If I win that, I'm gonna put it into the next bet. And then, so I'm constantly live betting while the action's going on, like an absolute degenerate would.
Yeah. And then what happens if you lose that one?
You just go back to $5.
You start over. You just chase again. Come on now.
I got all the way up to 42.25 after the Tibero loss. And yeah, Willie G, my boy, last 30 seconds, I just need him to not do a single takedown. And they're in like that position. What was that called? Not a seatbelt, but where you're like clenched, but you have the hands like in the pocket, and you're trying to like scoot them off like on the cage. They're in that position, and I think the other guy was so tired that he just kind of toppled over. It wasn't really even a takedown. He was just like, what I'm saying? Where it's just like, oh God, like, there's like 30 seconds left. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to lose because of that. And I check, it's a one takedown. Yeah, because that would have been $60, and then my next one actually won, and I was just like, oh, this is stupid.
Of course, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is what it is.
Yeah. The McGregor fights in the White House. Kayla Harrison versus Nunes, also on the same card. Who do you have?
The thing is that normally I would go with the person with the age, but they're both, I believe, around the same age. So I don't think there's going to be that much drop off. I'm curious to see what the ring rust is on Nunes.
Mm-hmm.
If there is any.
Have you seen any training footage?
I have not seen any training footage.
I saw her hitting pads. Pretty terrifying.
Well, she's a terrifying individual.
Kayla Harrison is like that level for
grappling.
All of her grappling. But I just think that Nunes gets it done. I'm such a diehard Nunes. I think that she's the most entertaining fighter in the female division.
I think female-wise, she should be considered the most feared. She should be like the female Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, everyone's like, dude, like Mike Tyson, you don't want to mess with that guy.
Yeah.
I guess still to this day, you're like, Mike Tyson, you don't want to mess with that guy.
Yeah.
But
Jake Paul's like,
yeah, it's like, give him 25 million and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Give him some money.
I think it's such an interesting matchup in terms of who caves first.
What do you mean?
Well, you're going to have Kayla Harrison. Is she going to respect Nunes' hands before she can get her grappling off? I think that's the biggest part of it.
Well, do you think that she has good enough grappling to take down and keep down Nunes?
She definitely has the ability to. I just don't know if she'll be able to get through that void and actually make contact.
Well, the thing is, though, is that that's what Nunes is training against.
Yeah.
Right? And
true.
She has the skills to not get taken down.
That is true.
So I guess it just depends on how well she's able to implement that game plan. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, because, Nunes has a touch of death. Damn. So you get cracked once, you're immediately going to have her respect.
Yeah, then you're force shooting. And now I know you're force shooting.
You're either force shooting or you're letting her take the front foot at that point.
I don't know how she wants to play it because of Kayla Harrison's size. She could try to just survive until like the later rounds and try to finish it. Or maybe she tries to finish it early because she's like, I'm not trying to get taken down by Kayla Harrison. How do you think it's going to go? Or is it completely different?
I think it's gonna be a finish in the first 3 rounds. That's what I would assume. If
Either way,
if I was gonna put money on it, yeah.
Dude, how nasty was Kayla Harrison's submission on Julia Pena?
I don't like talking about that because that was my one away. I needed her. I think I needed Juliana Pena to just win.
Yeah.
Or no, it had to be.
No, it had to go over
like 3.5 rounds. I believe.
Yeah.
And they're in round 3, I believe, when that happened, or round 2. And there's like 8 seconds left until the bell. And I was like, dude.
Just the most disgusting submission, though.
It's just, some of those submissions, though, it's so crazy that people get them.
I think it was crazy the other day when that guy got out of it. I was like, holy. The deepest Kimura.
Oh, gotcha.
And he just straightened his arm out and then rolled out of it. I was like, what? You were talking about Mike Tyson. How do you feel about Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather?
It's just a money fight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to care enough about it.
What do you think Floyd walks around at right now?
Oh, he walks around how he always walks around, like, 167, 168. He essentially fights at the same weight that he just trains and walks around at.
Who do you think takes that? Mayweather, right?
Yeah, Mayweather.
I think Mayweather takes that as well.
I think
The thing that's going to piss me off, though, is if Tyson... I'm going to get real mad if Tyson ends up coming out looking like Tyson against Floyd Mayweather. And then it's going to be... Then you're going to hear this. Then you're going to hear Jake Paul... This is the real MMA math. You're going to hear Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson beat Floyd. Logan stood the ground with Floyd, but Jake beat all these people, technically, you know?
Yeah.
So isn't Jake better than Logan, but they'll never fight. That's the only fight we want. Just fight your brother.
Yeah.
You know, get it over with.
I mean, you guys probably fight at fucking Thanksgivings, Christmases,
Yeah,
New Year's.
There's full on box.
I would.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't think Logan wants to. I don't think he wants to know that Jake is a better boxer. I know. Deep down he says, "Oh, Jake Paul is so good at boxing," but I think that you see the jealousy in his eyes a lot, and I'm just like, if he actually said that, you know, Jake Paul is the best boxer, or Jake Paul is better boxer than me for sure, you know, we'll never hear that.
I mean, it's all ego.
It's all ego. 100%.
There's no way he'll ever say that.
Yeah, 100%.
Because then he would have to unsheath the ego.
Yep.
And be like, you know what,
He might say it after Jake Paul wins a fight and he's trying to make Jake Paul feel good, but you know, to say it and mean it are two separate things.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't think he believes it. I think he thinks, man, if I stepped in there with Jake Paul, I think I'd beat him, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
We'll see.
I've seen Jake. Jake is a real boxer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider Logan a real boxer.
Yeah. Logan's a real WWE star.
He is. Does he have a belt now?
I don't know.
I don't watch that shit.
Yeah, what do you think I watch
I don't
that?
give a fuck.
Dude, how about Sean O'Malley coming back and fighting Song Yadong? What a crazy fight.
Tough out.
Tough fight.
Oh my gosh.
Who wins that? That's a hard one.
That is a hard one. I think Song wins that. I think it's going to be extremely close, though.
Have you seen that video of Song Yadong? Have you seen that video where he's hitting pads and it just sounds like a gunshot?
Yeah.
He's in a completely quiet room. Yeah. I think that's gonna be a rough fight. That's a tough fight to come back on. You know?
You gotta scratch your head if you're a matchmaker. Like what?
Yeah.
Because I would have just gotten him someone a little bit more in his realm where he can just kind of game on them, try to get that confidence back, make him a contender again.
Maybe, or just give him Peter. Call it a day.
Oh,
Dude, give him Peter. I'm here for that fight.
Peter's not going to take that fight.
Really? You don't think so?
Not because he won't take that fight. He's going to wait until Merab versus Sandhagen is done.
Yeah.
And he's taking whoever's taking that, and he deserves it.
So you think Merab and Peter Yan, they're gonna go at it?
I would love to see Merab versus Peter Yan too.
I just think that Merab is just... It's going to be a different fight, too. That first one, he took him down a bunch and all that stuff. I think Merab has the striking to hang. He has the gas tank, obviously. I mean, his volume and his strikes have gone way up. Way up. And I think that Merab takes that fight if they rematch that. If they run that back, I think he takes that. But, like, he took it the first time. But I think he, like, takes that fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, he controlled the first fight.
Yeah.
You think he dominates the second fight.
100%.
Difficult. I mean, Peter Yan, when he's on,
oh yeah,
talk about a person that no one gives enough appreciation for. He is in the contention of best boxer in the UFC. Mm-hmm. I think people don't realize it or don't want to say it, but his boxing, his dirty boxing, everything is so clean.
No, yeah, 100%.
Oh my gosh.
Do you even want to go over Bo Nickel?
We should probably go over Bo Nickel. I guess we can talk about Bo Nickel. Your favorite fighter in the world, Bo Nickel, is fighting Rodolfo Vieira.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm gonna place bets against Bo.
Absolute tough out though.
That's crazy.
Because Vieira looks really good.
I think so too. I think it's a tough fight to come back on.
I think him training with the Fight Nerds,
yeah,
that has really elevated his game.
I think so too.
Because I mean, he was already an exceptional grappler, amazing, really good at it.
Yeah.
His striking was not terrible, but it was definitely left to be desired.
Yeah.
But being with the fight nerds, I mean, his last fight, he looked great.
Yeah.
His gas tank was another issue. Was an issue last fight. Went all 3 rounds, I believe, or to the very end of the 3rd round. Looked great the whole entire time. Looked almost clinical with his stand-up.
Do you think Bo is broken and now they figured him out now from that one fight? I think people understand, oh, you just hit Bo really hard and he goes against it. You think people think like that?
Maybe. I think the most important thing is hopefully Bo is not egotistical. Like that's where the rubber meets the road at that point.
What do you mean?
Because his stand-up is where he's lacking.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have someone that has better striking, better grapple, or not grappling on the ground, but better grappling, like clinch work, like you're going to get figured out. And I think that Bo needs to be like, okay, well, I need to get better at this, as opposed to being like, I'm already good enough at that stuff. So, gun to my head, I think Vieira wins that. I think it goes decision. I mean, I could definitely see Bo just taking it down and, controlling him, because Vieira is a jiu-jitsu practitioner. He does like to work on his back more. So I can definitely see both scenarios happening.
Yeah. And that's enough about Bo Nickel.
Dude, I thought this whole podcast was about how much you love Bo Nickel.
Absolutely not. So actually, the first fight we have going is the Ultimate Fighter fights.
Oh, I know.
Who do you have? It is Daniil, of course, Donchenko. I don't know how to say these names.
Yeah, that great. Excellent.
Daniil Donchenko versus Rodrigo Ciziandro.
Cinziando? Yeah.
I mean...
Dude, I think I'm out here just killing the pronunciation.
I think so.
Off rip.
Who do you have, though?
I have Daniil Donchenko.
Why?
His striking when I was watching The Ultimate Fighter was really good. Obviously, he trains out of Tiger Muay Thai. Tiger Muay Thai only trains killers.
Well, what about Rodrigo training with DC?
DC? I mean, he's going to have a really good gas tank. I think he's just not as polished of a fighter as Donchenko, because Donchenko's also getting coached by John Wood at Syndicate.
There you go.
And I don't know, when it's a close fight like this, I think you should usually look at the coaching and see who the coach is that you trust more. I just trust John Wood a little bit more.
I mean, yeah, he's on fire right now, and I completely agree with everything. I just also feel like Rodrigo's, when he was fighting that Brazilian guy on there, he sits a lot and he waits, and he's a big waiter, and he likes to counter and all that stuff. You know who doesn't like to counter and will bring the fight to you and has very crisp striking, very crisp everything, but very crisp striking is Daniil.
Yeah.
When he works the body, you feel it. He's so good at someone who likes to do this a lot, just bringing down their hands because now they're in pain. And now they're, I don't know which way to go. And Daniil is just, I mean, he's good. I would place your whole house on Daniil to win that. Whether it's by KO, TKO, I don't know. But I think he gets it done, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was a KO or TKO.
I completely agree on that.
Alice Pereira versus Montserrat Rendon. Who do you have on that?
I have Alice Pereira money line tentatively. Golden Girl, sick ass nickname.
Yep.
First of all, Rendon is Shred City. I was looking because apparently anyone that's not a big name, you just can't find fights whatsoever. So you have to go find other ways to figure out all these stats. And so I was checking up on the internet, and one of her photos comes on, and she is man shredded. Like, just everything is out there. I was like, Jesus Christ, you are shredded.
Yeah.
One thing that does concern me, though, is Tapology for Alice. She has a bunch of fights that have little, like, warnings for legitimacy.
What does that mean?
Like, they might not be legitimate fights on her record.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
There was, like, 3 different fights that said flag for legitimacy. I was like, okay, that's kind of sketchy.
I also have her. Her name says it all. But I have pretty much the same thing as you, just money line. I just pray that she wins.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, another thing that is a little bit of issue is that she's young, like really young. She's
Really
19.
Yeah.
You know, so she doesn't know what defeat is.
Yeah.
So, and then this other person, Rendon, I think it only has one loss. So I think that might be an issue where you just have that false confidence of, oh, I'm just going to walk through everyone because I've been walking through everyone. And then this person's, you're not going to be able to walk through.
No.
Then you're like, oh, so does my striking just suck now? And then you just have that self-doubt. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Fingers crossed on that.
Next, we have Alessandro
Costa versus Aiden Correa. You have to take Alessandro money line.
If you don't, what are you doing? Because like this man, dude, he just walks forward.
Yeah.
And his Dutch boxing, his Dutch kickboxing is next to none. He sits there and he'll walk through leg kick and he'll just come at you. You know, it's just his counters, everything. I mean, you can't stand in front of this guy. He's going to walk forward, though.
I think Alden could upset just because of who he trains. He trains out of Daniel Pineda's gym.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy is a fucking dog.
Yep.
So he's definitely going to bring the war. The issue for me that makes it a deciding factor that you should definitely get money line is that Alden is fighting short notice.
Yep. He is.
So that's the one where I usually don't want to do short notice fights. It usually fucks you over.
True. I mean, this fight does have fight of the night written all over it, though.
Yeah.
If it does last, I mean, this is going to be a back and forth.
It's going to be a war. I mean, we know how Costa fights.
Yep.
He's going to bring the war. This guy, if he's, out of Pineda's camp, he definitely has to bring the war.
Yep.
Because that's the only way Pineda knows how to fight. It should be fireworks, in my opinion.
Then we have Cedricus Dumas versus Zachary Reese. And who are we getting on 3? 1, 2, 3. Zachary Reese, of course. And why are you so sad to say
money line tentatively? The last couple fights, Zach has looked unimpressive, in my opinion. Like his first couple fights, he looked like, I was like, oh, he's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
This guy, his frame is huge. He's very lanky. And I'm just like, oh gosh, he's gonna be the next generation.
It seems like he's trying to coast for a decision, right? Like he's like, I want to, like he's point fighting it, and I don't think he should. I think it's like you said, his first ones, he wasn't point fighting. You know what I mean? And he needs to get back to that dog.
Yeah, like I don't know what the strategy is. I don't know if he changed camps where like they're like, hey, this is like, yeah, you're fighting more exciting with this. We should fight more analytically, maybe. Maybe that's their plan. Maybe. I mean, just an observation. No hate or anything.
But like with his last fight, for instance, I think he could have finished that multiple times, and he just looked reserved almost.
Yeah, he looked like he didn't want to, like almost gun shy. Like he didn't want to throw that.
It was like he was gun shy, but you could tell he wasn't scared in there.
Yeah.
You know, it was really weird, and I was like, what is he doing? So maybe it is his camp, and it's just who he's surrounding himself with. Is like, man, let's just get those victories, and we're going to work on these things that we see. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess gas tank could play a factor. Like, you don't want to just unload, obviously, in the first round.
He does have not the best gas tank, but definitely not the worst.
Yeah. So, I mean, but at the same time, if you're going out there and you're just putting your all in like the first, round or two, and your gas tank isn't amazing, and it doesn't go your way, at least you just put it out there on the field. Yeah. You made it exciting because it's definitely going to be exciting, especially that third round when you're gassed. That's where I'm like, oh, dude, you're an absolute G. Like when Hardwick was still trying to walk.
Oh, my God.
When he just has no legs.
Yeah.
Legs don't exist and he still walk. You're like, okay, mad respect.
Yep. 100%.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Dumas, he could get it done. I don't think he's going to get done.
I think his road to victory, though, is in a scramble to catch something. Yeah. I've seen this before. He gets you down. He doesn't keep anyone down, but when they're getting up, he snatches that neck, and he has such a mean guillotine. Yeah. That you just gotta be aware of it, especially Reese. I see him in tricky situations sometimes. You can't be in a tricky situation with this guy. He will snatch something up, and he will try to submit you.
True.
And I'd rather ride a victory than watch you prove me wrong that you don't have what it takes to get out of this guillotine that Rodriguez has, because he's got a mean guillotine.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. But yeah, Zachary Reese.
Yeah, Zachary Reese. Jesus Aguilar versus Luis Gurule. Oh, man. I'm bad.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Jesus.
Yeah, 100%. Luis, it looked like when I was watching his fights, he would let people kind of run their offense on him. And you can't do that with Aguilar.
Yeah.
He's way too sharp. And he's one of those fighters that as the fight goes on, if you're giving him success, he's going to be more confident and be more successful.
No, yeah, 100%.
He definitely snowballs.
Yeah.
If you just shut it down, nip it in the bud right in the first round, he kind of almost shuts down a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I think that both those styles just don't match.
Yeah. But he has so many tools in his arsenal. And if he does, I think we could see a submission.
Really?
We could see it. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not saying it's likely. But I'm saying it's definitely more likely than like a KO.
That's funny you said that.
You have the opposite?
I had a potential KO because Aguilar does have that one-shot kill ability.
Yeah.
He's done it before, very similar to like a Kai Kara France in that same division, where like I can definitely see if you're going to wear someone's offense and they can land that shot, they most likely are going to land that shot. That's just how it's going to be.
I think.
What do you think?
I think he could snatch up that neck and get it done. He does have a submission in the past 3 fights.
I could definitely see him get it done there. I don't really see much of a road, like a path to victory for Gurule, unless he changes his fight plan altogether.
Yep.
Which, if he does, kudos to you. Mm-hmm. You're getting better. And
then we're losing money. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine, but like we can't account for that.
Yeah, it is what it is.
What it is. Like
it is what it is at that point.
If you're the smart fighter that is evolving every single fight, that's the reason why we watch these fights. Because we don't know for sure.
I'm in it for the parlay. I'm in it for the giant parlay. So if he could not change and then we can win this parlay, that'd be nice.
100%. Stay the same, please.
The next one is going to be a war, but it's also going to be such a hard fight to bet on. Amanda Lemos, right?
Ooh.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay. Versus Tatiana Suarez. Who do you have?
I have Tatiana Suarez money line or the over. I think that's gonna.
You think she's just gonna wrestle the whole time?
I think she's gonna get back to her basics, and I think that Lemos can get wrestled. Yeah, I think the biggest storyline is, can Suarez come back from her first loss?
True.
To be fair, your first loss is against the champion, and until Nunez comes back officially in the rankings, I would consider her either number 1 or number 2 women's pound for pound.
I agree with that.
To be fair. Yeah. Her wrestling's just stronger than Lemos's BJJ. But my biggest issue is, why is this so low on the docket? They're
I was thinking that
number
same
5
thing
in the world.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing here?
Honestly, and they have so many fans. They have so many fans. All these eyes are going to be on them. I have no idea why they are so low. I was thinking that same exact thing.
So this is where my lock of the week comes in. I actually have Suarez by decision. I think that Lemos's BJJ is good enough for her to get out of submissions, but I don't think it's going to be good enough for her to get off the ground enough.
I think I'm actually going to oppose you. So actually, I have Amanda Lemos.
Really?
I do have her. I think that for sure she can get out wrestled. I'm praying that she doesn't get out wrestled, but I think you're only as good as your previous fight. And I think Lemos could nullify the wrestling, because there are some times that I saw, especially in the last fight, Suarez gets very, very gassed. If she can't take you down, she's going to get super gassed. And when that happens, those shots they're coming from downtown. Lemos, if she could just stay on top of it and just be aware of those takedowns, and they're not crazy takedowns. They're pretty normal wrestler takedowns.
Yeah.
There's something you could train for, and I think that she can train for it, and I think she can get it done. I think that her striking is superb. I think she's going to have Tatiana force shooting hella early, Tatiana, I mean, we might see a submission.
Submission.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was, dude, my heart sank.
But she does offer threats though.
She does.
She does. And some of those threats, I mean, if she doesn't get a submission, there are sweeps and stuff. Hopefully she can get out of the wrestling. You know, the wrestling's the biggest issue with Tatiana. It's very hard to bet against a wrestler, but I think Amanda is a way more interesting fighter. And if she's able to get good wrestling here and really have this test, I think we'll see her in a very fun fight against the champion in the future.
Lemos lost to Yajiroba, right?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So I was just curious. The thing is that I think Suarez, she looked gassed in that last fight. But again, that last fight is against Zhang Weili. And it's like everyone's going to look gassed because she's just a different fighter compared to everyone else that's in that division. I mean, she's not, I don't think anyone there was even close.
The best part about this fight, though, is that it is so low on the docket. So it's only 3 rounds. I say the over.
I definitely say that. I can agree with you with the over.
So for this parlay, let's do the over then.
Yeah, I agree.
Next we have, Claudio
Puelles.
Puelles?
Yeah, we'll say Puelles versus Joaquim Silva.
Okay. And who do you got?
No, who you got?
Oh my God, I don't even want to get into it right now. Claudio makes me so mad. The way he fights is the ugliest fighting style in the entire planet. I can't stand it. His fight when he was against Dan Hooker, and he would get hit and then he would fall to the ground and sit there doing the stuff that makes all jiu-jitsu people, like that's what people think about jiu-jitsu, the scooting on the butt. And that's what he's doing the entire fight. Oh my God, kill me. That was so boring. If you want to watch a boring fight, go watch Dan Hooker beat the brakes off this guy. It was so embarrassing. I think Joaquim Silva is going to demolish him. And as long as he doesn't go to the ground with Claudio, he's fine. This guy's just a jiu-jitsu guy. He's small framed. The other guy, Joaquim, I mean, he's bigger framed for the 155 division. I think he's going to smoke homeboy. I think he doesn't even know what's coming. And I hate that guy's fighting style. And I can't say it enough. I am sorry. Roast me in the comments.
I mean, this is a really close fight for me. I think it's a really close fight. I mean, I gave it to Puelles, the Prince of Peru, money line.
You did?
Yes. He's younger. He's taller. And I think that
he's
usually
better
bodes well.
looking.
It's difficult because they both have won against the people that they should have won against. And they lost to the people that are at the cream of the crop of the division, in my opinion.
True. They lost to him, but it's how they lose to him that I care about.
Yeah. But
rewatch the Dan Hooker fight.
I can definitely concede because it's such a toss up for me. I had literally had it back and forth. I was like, Silva.
What did you like about him?
And you usually can't bet
he's
against
taller,
Silva.
he's younger, and what else?
I just think that he can wear on people.
He can wear on people.
For the parlay, we'll do Joaquin Silva. But if Puelles wins, I'm gonna roast you next weekend.
All right, I'll tell you what. If Puelles wins and then Amanda wins, we'll call it even.
All right.
Okay.
I got you.
So next we have Jose Medina versus Dusko Todovarik, and I just think that this is a pretty easy bet. Who do you have?
I have Mr. Thunder himself, Dusko Todorovic. Money line or do the over.
This is where we disagree again.
Really? I think that they're both really durable fighters. And I think that they're both on losing skids. I don't know. Todorovic, I mean, he didn't look amazing against Zachary Reese. But
I think he should have been put out by Zachary Reese.
That's true.
I think if he was put out, so just so you know, he's on a 3-fight losing skid.
Yeah.
With 2 KO losses of those 3. If Zachary Reese put him out, that's 3 fights in a row where he gets put out. I think Jose could maybe put him out, but I think it's going to go the distance.
You think it's going to go?
I think Jose wins.
I would definitely. I think the over is what's going to happen.
I think
they both are really durable.
Do you know who Jose Medina is? Do you remember him?
He fought.
Last fight he did, he went up a weight class. This guy from Texas.
Yeah.
This is the guy who went up a weight class. He looked like a straw against like a bulldozer. And he was outboxing this fool for a long time.
Yeah.
The other guy eventually won, but he looked incredible even though he lost. That's why I'm picking Jose. I think Jose coming in here, I think he's gonna get it done. He's getting that W. Right. I would bet a lot of money he's getting a W. I think that he looks incredible out there. Both of them lost to Zachary Reese.
Yeah.
Both of them lost to him. I guess this is the litmus test, you know?
Both on the like losing skids.
They both are on losing skids.
So I think either way, this is gonna be a war. This is gonna be because they're both like we might be on the chopping block.
How should we do this? We have opposing views, and do you think it's gonna go the distance or? All day.
All right.
All right, here we go. Damn it. We lost the rock, paper, scissors. And we also lost the parlay because of Sean.
Whoa, it's not me. It's the fire's fault. It's always the fire's fault.
It's not even that. I just suck at rock, paper, scissors fault.
It's the game's fault.
We'll do Dusko to win. Money line.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have Santiago.
Dude, how mad are you? Jesus.
It's just bullshit. That's all. We have Santiago Luna versus Lei Kwang.
Really, I don't want to say easy, but pretty simple. It's going to be Quay Lang. Short nose fight, and it's the guy's debut. I know I tried to find footage, couldn't really find footage. Kwang Lee, his name's Bang for a reason. He throws down.
So I actually could go either way with this. I had Santiago because I watched some of his fights. I just watched like Instagram clips and like reels, like just like little clips.
Oh, you were deep diving.
I was deep dive. You couldn't find anything on this guy.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything on most of the people.
If you're fighting and you're winning fights, just post your videos so we can bet on you, man. What are you doing? Anyways, the thing about Lee that got me kind of like iffy was that he likes to shell like this a lot. A lot of stuff comes down the middle. He gets hit a lot down the middle. Santiago's good everywhere, but he's not amazing everywhere. He's just pretty good everywhere. I think he's very well rounded. But I think Kwang, if you say Kwang's going to win, I could see that. I could see that happening.
I think just having a full fight camp really makes a difference.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was short notice. So definitely I would go Kwang. Okay.
Yeah, no disrespect to Luna.
This guy's young, though. This guy's very young coming in.
He's like 21 or something like that, 22.
Yeah, very young guy coming in. But I think this is a great test. And honestly, there's no pressure on him. If he performs great, then he'll stay in the UFC. Yeah. If he performs not so great, he's still a young fighter.
He's maybe still in the
we'll
UFC,
see you
probably.
Maybe we see him on a contender series in like 6 months, and he puts on a clinic, and then he comes back in, and we see him just go on a tear. You never know with these fighters. Yeah. But let's do Kwang. I don't know if I say his name right, by the way.
Kwang? Maybe
Kwang? Oh, that sounds way cooler. Yeah, which one do you like better?
Kwang Lee.
Kwang Lee? I thought it was Lei Kwang.
Lei Kwang.
Lei Kwang. Well, now you sound French. We have Alexander Hernandez versus Diego Fiera.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Alexander Hernandez is a beast.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's the hometown kid, and he's looking like he's in his prime right now.
Oh, he looks amazing right now.
His last 3 fights, he's looked really good. Obviously, put out Chase Hooper. That was sweet.
Insane performance.
So sick.
So sick.
I mean, he was a huge underdog, I believe, in that.
Which is
like, he was
crazy.
plus 400.
Yeah, it's insane, though, because, like, I mean, Chase is very, very good. But I had Alexander Hernandez winning that fight. Not as early as he did, but I still had him winning that fight.
It's difficult. They both have only lost to killers. Like, when you look at the resumes, you're just like, oh, like Donald Cerrone and like all the
How
all
good
the
was
killers.
that fight, by the way?
Armand Fiera, he lost to Armand Sarukian. Like absolute killer.
Like you were supposed to.
Yeah, you're like
get out of his way.
Well, he's you're also the older fighter as well. I mean, he's 40 years old coming into this fight.
But he is still very, very dangerous. He's coming off a win.
I definitely I could see it going either way, but I think Hernandez, he really is just it's not that Fiera is like bad or anything. I just think that Hernandez, he's on the uprise. I think Hernandez is gonna take that.
Coming off a decision against Grant Dawson.
Grant Dawson's a G.
He is. But he also KO'd/TKO'd Mateus Rebecki.
And that guy is hard to put out.
That guy is a beast. Then before that, TKO Michael Johnson. I mean, this guy, he's a big deal. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, though, it's gonna be a great fight. I can't wait for that fight.
I think if Hernandez can push the pace first and use his youth to his advantage, where he's getting in and getting out faster than Diego, I think it's going to be in his favor.
He's going to have pressure the entire time. He's too tricky. I mean, right when Diego thinks he's figuring him out, it's going to be something new. It's going to be something new. He's such a crafty fighter. And, you know, I'm just actually really excited for that fight. I'm glad it's on the main card, too. You know, giving him his kudos. That's amazing. And I don't think he took, like, really any damage from that Chase Hooper fight. You know, quick turnaround. That was in August. You know, just like a month later, taking this fight. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, Diego is a hard fight to prepare for, but he kind of just went from camp to camp, so he stayed ready the entire time.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see a really good. I think we're in for a treat Saturday.
I mean, either way. So if Hernandez wins, I mean, it's going to probably be a sick performance. Or if Ferreira wins, it's a sick performance by both of them.
Yep.
Because personally, I've definitely seen more of Hernandez's fights, but he puts on the show.
The other thing is he can knock people out, and Diego's been knocked out numerous times. He got knocked out, I think, in 2020 twice. It can happen. So yeah, we're in for a big treat. Next we have Gaslam versus Dustin
Stolfus?
Yep, sure.
Stolzfus? Yeah.
Even though I don't know how to pronounce his name, he's still a crazy fighter. But I have Calvin Gaslam as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks great at 185.
I have him or the over.
Or the over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's not getting put out.
Yeah.
3 rounds, not getting put out.
I literally have it in my notes. Kelvin Gastelum has an iron chin that needs to be studied because he's been against dogs that put people out.
Look at his last fight.
Cannonier, Pfeiffer. I mean, Pfeiffer hits like a Mack truck.
So I've heard.
I heard that he doesn't even put wraps on his hands. He doesn't like it. And so it's like one less layer that he's putting on people. Fucking crazy. Yeah, his chin needs to get studied immediately. He's very durable. They've both only lost to killers too.
And Kevin Gastelum, he's like 5'8", and he's fighting at someone who's 6 foot tall, but he's been doing that his entire career. Yeah. He's used to fighting the taller fighter. Crazy good chin.
Great wrestling.
Great chin. And great wrestling, but he also, his stand-up, he eventually figures out his opponent. We saw that in the later rounds of the Pfeiffer fight. We started figuring him out a little too late. If it was 5 rounds, it would have been different.
I think it would have definitely been him by decision at that point.
Honestly, I think this is a very even match.
Yeah.
But I have Calvin taking this one for sure. I think he's still young, too. He's like 33.
Yeah, like 31, 32, 33, somewhere around there.
31, 32, 33, 34.
On the prime stages.
I mean, he's just in his prime now. I mean, and look at all the killers he's fought, all the big names, all the big fights. I think he takes this one. No offense to Dustin. Dustin's no slouch. I think it's going to be a hard fight. That's what he does, is hard fights. And I think he's prepared for this.
Yeah, he's a hard fighter in general. He just trains hard. He fucking goes out there, he puts on a fucking performance. There's no moment where you're like, he might quit. He is usually like just extremely locked in.
The next one we have Rafa Garcia versus Jared Gordon. I honestly didn't even pick a fighter. I did the over.
You did the over?
I did the over because I was like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this right now.
I'm not a fan of Jared Gordon's whatsoever. Like, furthest away from Jared Gordon's. But I have him winning.
You have him winning?
Yeah, I have him winning. I think, again, when I go to close fights, I usually check what their coaching is. He goes through Killcliff.
Killers,
and, yeah, like they only train killers. They have such a good setup going on there. And I think he's just too experienced fighting killers too.
Yeah, I think so too. He is the older fighter, but I think that he just has more experience. I think that that's going to show in this fight. If I had to pick, I'd pick Jared, but I figured I'd pick the over.
I could definitely see the over.
Just on the off chance
The problem is that the last time I picked over with Jared, he put out the guy in like the first round.
Maybe we'll just do Jared then.
We
just
can do
Jared?
either one.
I'd rather just do Jared then. Next, we have Rob Font versus David Martinez.
I love Rob Font. I have him winning. I have it, or you could do the over. I think he carries his experience into this fight. His jab is absolutely lethal.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't defend that, then you're in for an extremely long night because
Yep.
everything that he does is based off that jab. And it's an absolute spear. And also, this is a last minute switch up. So I think that with his experience and it just being a quick turnaround, because David Martinez, I believe, was supposed to fight Kwang Lee, and then Rosas got pulled out because it's supposed to be, was it Raul Rosas Jr. that was supposed to fight him? He pulled out, so David Martinez decided to fight Rob Font instead.
Yep.
And that, pretty last minute, but I trust Rob Font's, training and everything, his overall experience to carry him in this fight.
I agree. And, it is a short notice fight, like you said. David Martinez, he throws very hard shots, but he throws one at a time. Very hard right.
Yeah.
Very hard kick. Very hard, very hard, very hard. I mean, Rob Font's been in there with people that throw hard. He's going to counter you. He's going to get that jab going. And if you're one of those guys who throws hard like that, David Martinez does get a little bit tired because he's always throwing everything he has in every shot. I think that if he puts him on his back foot, I mean, he's going to be just melted butter. It's just going to be Rob Font's night. We're going to see another KO. Martinez, one thing he does do a lot that I love is he does a lot of feints. The problem is he throws a lot of feints and he throws one punch. He throws a lot of feints, throws one kick. He has to get his combinations going because the first and the second probably are not going to land on Rob Font. He is coming off a KO victory as well. If you look at Chito Vera versus Rob Font, you'll see how the game plan to looking very, very good against Rob Font.
Yeah.
And if you just follow that game plan, you'll be good.
Also, Font's recent defeats, I got to talk about this. You want to hear his last 4 defeats? Jose Aldo, Chito Vera, Corey Sandhagen, Davison Figueiredo. I've been saying they've only fought killers. He's fought only the killer of killers. These are absolute demons.
So, Rob Font?
Yeah, Rob Font, 100%.
All right, cool. Moneyline, Rob Font. The main event, Diego Lopes versus Jean Silva. Who do you have on 3? 1, 2, 3. Diego Lopes.
It sucks. I was hoping you were going to ask me. I was going to say Jean Silva, first round submission. And you're just going to be like, that face?
Dude.
and then I was going to drop the facade.
We don't even have money on it. How it was racing. Holy. Absolutely not. One thing that bothers me that Jean Silva does that he's going to do in this fight is that stupid barking thing. The other thing is, this is the other thing. So when he fought Bryce Mitchell, I think he could end that fight a lot sooner. We had it for the under.
I think we had it for the knockout as well.
Yeah. And so we had it for the under and the knockout. And I think it's very bothersome when fighters don't understand that people do have money on them to fight to their full potential. So when he goes out there, we're expecting him to go out there and not be such a showman. You could be a showman, but if you watch that fight, it was 70% showman and 30% him fighting. He could have finished that fight first round if he wanted to. I think that he's that good. I think he's amazing. He's an amazing, amazing fighter. But also realize people are betting on you. So if all of a sudden you start changing stuff up, what are you doing? So that did bother me quite a bit. And for him losing us money, because I was the only one we lost in that entire thing, I'm going to have to say he loses this fight for petty reasons. Also, I think Diego, he just fought Volk 5 rounds. He looked great against Volk. I think that those championship camps, I think that those are when people are okay, so this is when shit gets real.
I think when you go up against someone of championship caliber as well, Diego, obviously he fought Brian Ortega.
That was a fun fight to watch.
That's contender experience. You level up that way. When you fight against someone that's, Volk's an all-time great. You level up so high in terms of just fight knowledge, in terms of overall composure. Everything about your game levels up.
100%.
And so I think with that, I think he's going to come back.
The other thing is Jean Silva. He's been out here knocking people out. Apparently he's got some power in those hands. But Mr. 50K, who hits harder and who goes longer? Because that fight, 50K Ige versus Diego Lopes, that's like one of my favorite fights. He just showed up that night to watch the fight, ends up in the fight, and then, you know what I mean? And then they go those rounds. Man, that was a sick fight.
That's the definition of here for the fight.
Dude, that's the definition of anywhere, anytime. What a gangster, dude.
That's what they should nickname him. Dan Anywhere Anytime Ige.
Doesn't have the same thing as 50K, baby.
Yeah. I just don't know how Silva fares in a 5-round fight as well with how he fights. You know, we just don't know. We don't have enough information on how he's going to be in championship rounds or what his gas tank is going to start. Like, are you going to start really trying to get that first 3 fight rounds out of the way and then try to coast? Like, where's your game plan at on the 5-round fight versus a 3-round fight? Because it changes your entire aspect. Are you just going to start touching him up in the first couple rounds, see what his reads are and things like that, and then in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, you're starting to push the pace? You know, because you could do that. But I think that Diego Lopes is going to get ahead on the scorecards. Then you're going to start getting a little bit freaked out. Then you're going to start throwing, things from downtown, just throwing the kitchen sink. Hopefully something sticks. And that usually with, history doesn't bode well.
I mean, like you said, though, if he gets ahead in those scorecards, you are looking at Diego and you're like, man, he's up 2 rounds. I'm going to get going. Because in Diego's mind, he's up 2 rounds. He's going to beat the brakes off you. You just gave him momentum. You gave him...
Yeah, he's a snowball kind of guy.
Yeah, he's going to keep going. So I think that if he gives him a lead, he's going to take that lead. He's going to run. And I think that Diego, he's here for the fight. So he's going to meet Jean Silva in the middle, and he's going to be ready for it. Jean Silva pushes people against the fence, and just with pressure, and he tees off on him. He scares them, and then he hits them hard, and then eventually they crumple. I don't think Diego's going to be intimidated by that. I think he's going to meet him in the middle, and when he gets hit, he's going to hit back harder. But I also think that the Fight Nerds do such a great job just kind of going over all of the details of their previous fights. I think that Jean goes in there, and he has a little bit different of a game plan than we're thinking he does.
My other little issue is that when you watch Diego Lopes fight, sometimes the emotion gets the better of him, where he leaves himself like he isn't fully defensively responsible. He can sometimes get into the let's brawl type of mentality, but he doesn't have necessarily the head movement to be like that, where he's not as traditional boxer where he can do all these slips and does all those things like that. He's more like high guard traditional Mexican boxing, where your defense comes from that, not from necessarily slipping. And so you see it with Volk in the Volk fight, catching him a couple times with that, where his hands weren't up.
Yeah.
And he can definitely get caught doing that. So hopefully he trains that. Hopefully he just does it, just stay in your shell for the most part.
Another thing that I noticed is that he likes to throw the same combo frequently. The same combo. You see him do it on the pads too. He's trained that one combo, and he does throw that one quite often. It's a long combo, but he throws it quite often. So if they're training for that combo,
combos all have a answer to the question.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So long story short, I think Diego Lopes takes this. Could Jean get it done? Absolutely.
He's a dog.
He's a dog. If Jean wins this, then I think he's in title contention. And I think that him versus Volk, if he wins this, is a crazy fight. And I'm excited for that fight because I love when Volk fights people his own size. That would be interesting.
Well, Volk's going to have to get through Lerone Murphy first.
True. That's a great fight right there.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for that too. Let's see what the odds are on this.
Todorovic.
You did Todorovic? Oh, yeah, because I lost this.
Yeah, you lost the fucking rock, paper, scissors.
That guy's not winning, bro.
If you're that confident, I trust you, okay?
I'm like, that guy's not winning.
All right. So, ultimately, with the 14-leg parlay, $10 would get us $33,246.71. Seems easy enough. Just have to go through 14 legs.
Let's get it.
You didn't tell me what your lock of the week is.
what's his name? Toto.
Oh, you're going to do Medina by KO?
My lock of the week is going to be Jose Medina winning money line.
Money line, just money line.
Just money line. I think he's going to knock him out. But I think that it's going to be money line. He's going to knock him out.
I think Suarez by decision. That's my lock.
Suarez by decision? That's not a bad lock. If she's winning, it's gonna be by that.
I think they're both good enough that I don't think either one is getting put out, and I don't think either one is getting submitted.
The thing is, if the wrestling takes place early, then Lemos will get tired later, and she will not be putting her out.
I just don't see Lemos putting out Suarez. But if she does put out Suarez, that's an interesting predicament, because where do you stand if you're Suarez? Because you're 33 now. 2 fights ago, you were undefeated, the boogeyman, and now you're on a 2-fight skid.
True. Thank you so much for watching us break down our parlay for UFC Noche. Comment your picks for this weekend. Also, remember to gamble responsibly. We're not responsible for any of your losses. All of our social media is going to be in the description below. We'll see you guys next week.